Hi, my name is Cindy Evers. Today we will talk about the challenges of a paperless office in a society of paper. I work in an accounting firm that for the last 5 years has been trying to embrace the paperless office concept. We haven't been able to go totally paperless, but have become less paper, meaning we do not rely on paper as much as before. When our office decided they were going to go paperless or use less paper, they considered at least these 3 initial factors as stated in Will Offices Ever Be Truly Paperless? Some Boise Businesses Are Trying, 2010. The first is the capital outlay of computers and software. Each employee will need at least 2, if not 3 monitors. This will allow the employee to read different documents at the same time or read a scanned document used for inputting data from that document into the tax software requiring the data for processing. The software must fit the needs of the entire company, not just one department. This is an example of one of the many mistakes our company made when determining the file management system to purchase. In our second year of implementing the less paper concept, our firm had 2 different file management systems, one for audit, one for tax. When a client required an audit and tax engagement, the work had to be performed in the 2 different systems because they would not work together, causing duplications in the preparation of the audit and tax work, costing the client additional fees. An example of this duplication is when the tax department would have to copy files from the audit file management system and put them into the tax management system to be used in the preparation of a tax return. This took time and money in the preparation of a tax return that was not necessary if the 2 systems would have been able to communicate with one another. After 4 years, our firm looked into a file management system that they had heard could handle both the audit procedures and the tax department's requirements. The firm contacted other firms that were using the software to find out how they were using it and the advantages they discovered. After the investigation process, they elected to go with this new software. As of today, the software has been able to give both departments everything they need, and it only took 5 years and 2 different attempts. To prevent this from happening to your company will need to investigate software file management systems extensively and get all your departments involved in determining the best approach to take so you are not buying multiple file management systems to find the one. The second item is scanning old files into the new virtual filing cabinet, a high-quality scanner for the entire office and possibly smaller scanners for each employee, but these must be of good quality, not cheap ones. Consider hiring summer help, such as the kids of the employees, to scan the old files into the new virtual filing cabinet. The third and most important item is employee training. After the file management system has been chosen, employees need to be adequately and continually trained on how to move around within the system. When employees are not given adequate training, they will become frustrated. Their jobs will become harder, take more time because they can't function within the system efficiently. The training must also include changing the way an employee performs their job when reviewing documents. They must think before they ink. They preview all documents online. Use the PDF print preview that exists in all Microsoft applications. Security and data restoration are the top considerations in a paperless environment. A good outsourced IT company or IT staff supporting the less paper or paperless environment is a must. The IT staff would need to consider the layers of security needed to be implemented to provide the same or higher security level as if the data was still locked in a physical file cabinet. Therefore, security is a higher priority than it was yesterday. Nightly backups of the system need to be performed. They will need to be taken off-site on a daily basis for large firms. Small firms can look at taking only the Friday backup tape off-site. By only keeping the Friday tapes off-site, the company will only lose 1 week of data in the case of a system crash or destruction. While the hardware and software has been considered for the paperless office, the people must be taken into account simultaneously. The entire organization must be involved and open to the idea of having a paperless or less paper office. To overcome skepticism, benefits such as the following will give the employees a sense of what a paperless office can provide for them. Less time to prepare a tax return. Excel prepared trial balances feed directly into the trial balance software instead of taking a paper trial balance and manually typing the numbers into the trial balance software. Your time was just cut from 10 minutes to 3 minutes, allowing the tax preparer additional time to tackle other complications and stay within or under the budgeted price for the tax preparation. Decrease the number of hours required to complete tax preparation when PDF scans of documents are read by the software and imported directly into the tax software. Now the preparer only needs to verify the information imported and calculations of any misrepresentation of data, such as mortgage interest that should have been taken on a rental property and not on an individual Schedule A deduction. These benefits will lead to decreased workload and better work-life balance. A secure place for clients to retrieve and export audit and tax information, reports, and returns will need to be considered. Our firm created a secure portal on our website allowing the exchange of client information, reports, and returns. On the portal, a client can upload all of their tax documents and audit documents, such as accounts receivable, payroll reports, and copies of invoices used within an audit engagement, allowing the client the flexibility to send documents without submitting the originals through the mail, which could be lost. Once the client's reports or returns have been prepared, our firm can put the documents on the portal for the client to retrieve and print or save them as many times as they need to. This system is very secure and gives the client protection against someone else receiving their information in the mail when delivered to the wrong address or intercepted by a mail thief. To create a paperless or less paper office, your organization will need to consider the capital outlay in hardware and software, determine a file management system that is easy to use and can handle the daily ins and outs of your organization, invest in an adequate number of quality scanners for the size of your organization, prepare your employees for the change in workflow procedures and how to maneuver within the new file management system effectively and efficiently. Provide a level of security with the client data or financial data that you had when it was in a locked file cabinet. Provide a secure way for clients to send and retrieve information, therefore eliminating the need to mail paper copies of any information to and from the client. These few steps will enable your organization to at least become less paper, if not paperless altogether.